We continue to follow some breaking news. This all happening within the past hour here, according to the IDF. They shared this to social media. We're learning Israeli Defense Forces released a video this morning showing strikes on what is said was former Ayatollah Khamenei's underground bunker. In quotes here, one of the Iranian leadership's most important military command centers. So this post here from the IDF saying, watch, around 50 Israeli Air Force fighter jets dismantled Ali Khamenei's underground military bunker beneath the Iranian regime's leadership compound in Tehran. Now, this comes after President Trump said just yesterday that the U.S. needs to be involved in deciding who succeeds Iran's late supreme leader. Now, I do want to share this. This is the video that the IDF also shared accompanied with that social media post. President Trump's comments came within days of the death of Ali Khamenei, who was killed in a targeted strike on a regime compound in Tehran on February 28th. In a phone interview with Axios, President Trump dismissed speculation that Khamenei's son is a contender for the role and called him a lightweight before adding, Khamenei's son is unacceptable to me. We want someone who will bring harmony and peace to Iran. President Trump also warned that he must be involved in the appointment, like with Delcy Rodriguez in Venezuela, who is currently leading the country. We also do know President Trump is scheduled to meet with defense contractors at the White House today. That meeting comes after White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Wednesday that the U.S. weapons stockpile has, quote, more than enough capability to not only successfully execute Operation Epic Fury, but to go much further. So we wanted to share this here with